Hello students, again I am here with the same lesson of class 4, that is lesson 17 geometry, and today you are going to learn about circles. Already you know how a circle looks like. Now I am going to show few circular objects to you. This bangle is circle in shape. This 5 rupee coin, that is also circular in shape. And this big plate, that is also circular in shape. And there are many more things which are circular in shape. Now, to understand the circles better, I am going to trace boundary of this big plate to get a circle. After tracing the boundary of this big plate, I got this circle. Now, we need to define this circle. Defining does not mean that we need to learn the definition. Now, we are going to describe it. Now, how to describe it? After looking at circle, the first thing which I observe is that it is a simple closed curve. And second important thing, that it has no lines and no corners. Now the question is, are these 2 points enough to describe the circle? Answer is no. Why not? Then so this oval shape is also a circle. Why? Because it is also a simple closed curve and it is also having no sides and no corners. So that means we need to describe this circle a little more and we need to tell an important property of this circle. Okay, that I am going to tell you. Now let me tell you, every circular object is having a fixed point right in the middle of it. Okay, and that is known as center. Right in the middle you can see a fixed point in circular object, that is known as center. And the boundary of the circle, that is known as circumference. Okay, now of circumference we can mark as many points as we want on it. Now this is the boundary of circle, we can mark points on it. Now you can see that I have marked few points on the circumference of circle, like point A, point B, point C, point D, point E, point F, and I have named fixed point, that is center of the circle, as O. Now if we draw lines from this center point to the point on circumference, like line OA, OB, OC, OD, OE and OF, and measure it, so you will be surprised to know that all the lines will be having same measurement. For example, if it is 5, OA is 5, so OB will be also 5, OC will be also 5, OD will be also 5, OE, OF all will be of 5 centimeter. What does it show? It shows that all the points on the circumference are at equal distance from the center. So now we can define circle in 3 ways, 3 points. First thing, circle is a simple closed curve. Second thing, it has no sides and no corners. And the most important thing, that all the points on the circumference are at the equal distance from the center. Just now I have told you about 2 parts of circle. One is center and other is circumference. Now I am going to introduce other parts of circles to you. First of all, I am going to tell you about radius. Now you know what is center, you know what is circumference, and you know you can take points on circumference. Anywhere, wherever you want, you can mark a point on circumference. Like I have marked point A. Okay, you can mark point. Now after marking point, you draw a line from center to circumference. You draw a line from center to circumference where you have taken the point. Okay, now you measure it. So after measuring it, what you will get? You will get the radius of the circle. So what is the radius? the distance between center and any point on the circle. Okay, on circle circumference, anywhere you mark the point, you draw the line till center, and whatever distance is coming, that is your radius. Now as you know that circumference, anywhere you can take any point, and because you can take any point, so that means you can draw radius also from there. So that means you are not having only one radius in circle, you are having many radius in circle, unlimited. As many radius as you want you can draw. Now I can mark here B, and then I will draw from center till B, and what I will get? I will get another radius. And let me tell you, singular is radius, and when we draw many radius, then we don't say it radius. What we call, in that case, we call it radii. Remember, singular is radius, R-A-D-I-U-S. And what is plural? Plural is radii. Okay? Now next part of the circle which I am going to introduce to you is chord. Now what is chord? Let me tell you a small thing you have to do. You take any 2 points on the circumference. Till now you are taking only 1 point on the circumference and you were joining it with the center. Now you have to do that, you have to take any 2 points on the circumference. Now I am going to take point A on circumference, and 1 point I have taken here, I named it as point B. So these are the 2 points which I have taken on circumference. Now join it through a line. Now I am going to join these 2 points through a line. Okay. Now what is this line known as? This line is known as chord. Remember, chord is a line which joins any 2 points on the circumference. Now again you can take any 2 more points. Now if I have taken, you can say here this point I have taken, I named it as C. Another point I have taken, I named it as D. Now these are the 2 points on the circumference. Now join it through a line. And when you draw a line, what you get? You get a chord. Okay, so what is chord? Chord is a line which joins 2 points on the circumference. As you know, a circle has many radii. In the same way, a circle has many chords also. You can draw as many chords as you want. Circle has unlimited chords. Okay. Now students, you can see that I have drawn certain chords on this circle. Now you can see chord A, B. And which points it is joining? It is joining point A to point B. In the same way, this chord is CD is joining C to D, EF is joining point E to F, and GH is joining point G to H. But have you noticed a special thing about these chords? These all chords are passing through center. Like chord AB is passing through center O. Chord CD is also passing through center O. Chord GH is passing through center O. Chord EF is also passing through center O. So remember, all the chords which pass through center, those chords are known as diameter. What are they known as? Diameter. D-I-A-M-E-T-E-R. Remember, D-I-A-M-E-T-E-R. All the chords which join 2 points on the circumference and pass through center. What are they known as? Diameter. So remember, what are diameter? Diameter are also chords, but they are special chords. What speciality are they having? They pass through center of the circle. All the chords don't pass through center. Some chords are ordinary chords. They are only joining 2 points. Like just now I am drawing a chord. Now this chord is joining the point J, K. But it is not passing through center. So JK is a chord, but JK is not a diameter. Now you see AB. AB is a chord also, and AB is which chord? AB is a special chord. And what speciality it is having? That it is passing through center. So what is it known as? It is known as diameter. Remember, diameter is also a chord, and diameter is the longest of all chords. Okay, in circle you can draw many chords, as many chords as you want. And the longest chord, which is the longest chord? Longest chord is diameter. And diameter are also unlimited in numbers. You can draw as many diameters you want. You can draw. So radius are also unlimited in number. Many chords you can draw. In the same way, as many diameter you want, you can draw. Okay, and diameter is the longest chord. Now a question often confuses students. What is that? If the question comes, all chords are diameter. So now tell me, are all chords diameter? No. All chords are not diameter. Only special chords are diameter. What speciality? They should pass through center. Okay. Now students, you can see I have drawn so many lines on these circles. And what are these lines showing? These lines are showing radii. Why? Because they are joining center to the point on circumference like O, B, O, B, O, H, O, F, O, G. So what are these? These are radii. Now have you noticed one thing? O, H, O, G. They are two radii. But if we read it together, so what is it? H, G. And HG passing through center. What is it? It is a diameter. That means diameter and radius, they are interrelated. If you know radius, you can calculate diameter, and if you know diameter, you can calculate radius. Okay, if you are knowing radius, suppose I say, now I am rubbing it. Suppose I say that radius of a circle is 5 centimeter. What will be diameter? So you all know that 2 radius will make 1 diameter. So that means 2 times radius will make diameter. So to find diameter, what will you do? You will multiply radius by 2. Radius you multiply by 2, and what you are going to get? You are going to get diameter, that is 10 centimeter. So if radius you are knowing, you simply multiply it by 2, and what will you get? You will get diameter. And now suppose if I tell you diameter and I tell you to find radius, okay, diameter means full line. You are knowing that diameter means full line, and radius is just half of diameter. So remember, diameter is 10, and if you want to calculate radius, you divide it by 2. And you will get radius. If you want to find radius, divide diameter by 2. And if you want to calculate diameter, multiply radius by 2. That means till now you have come to know that circle is having many parts. Like it is having a circumference, means boundary of the circle. It is having a fixed point in between, that is center of the circle, and a line joining center to any point on circumference, that is radius, and a line joining 2 points on the circumference, that is known as chord, and any chord which is passing through center, that is known as diameter. And let me tell you, a circle can have only one center. It can have many radii, it can have many diameters, it can have many chords. And all radii are of equal length, all diameters are also of equal length. Okay, now chord's length, it varies. Chords, they are of different length. And which is the longest chord? Your diameter is the longest chord. Now the question arises that how to draw a circle. Now let me tell you, there are 2 ways of drawing the circle. Either you trace it, like I have traced this circle, okay, and I cut it out. This is the cutout of a circle which I have traced by a circular object. Or what you can do, you can use an instrument called compass to draw the circle. Now in compass, what you need to do, you need to insert pencil in your compass. This is the tip, okay, of compass, And what you need to do, first of all, you have to decide the opening. Now how to decide this opening? This opening depends upon the radius. Okay, when I will give you circle, then draw the circle. So I will give you the measurement of radius. If I say radius is 5 centimeter, you need to take your scale and you need to just open this compass 5 centimeter by measuring from your scale. Now after opening the compass, what you need to do? You need to fix this point, metal point on your base. Now keep it fixed, don't move it, and rotate your pencil around it. And after rotating, what will you get? You will get a circle. And there, your metal tip, wherever it is point is there, that is your center. Now a problem arises when we make circle using compass, then the center is visible. But when we trace the circle, then center is not visible. Then how to find center of the circle which we have traced? For this, what we can do, I am telling you, just fold it. One time, fold it into half, and one time again, twice you have to fold it. Now, when you will open it, so what you will see, a plus symbol is there in between, crease which is forming plus symbol. Now, wherever it is intersecting, you mark a dot with pencil and that shows the center of the circle. Remember this thing. Okay, so now this is all for today. Now your geometry chapter is over. Now this is all. Thank you and have a nice day.